Hey everybody. I want to talk about something that a lot of times as cyclists we don't think about. A lot of times, we're riding our road bikes or something else that's kind of racy, and we kind of keep the amount of stuff on the bike to a minimum. In fact, you may not even have a saddlebag. But if you use your bike for something else like commuting or utilities type stuff, or even on longer rides that are unsupported, you might want to have a rack. And so I actually have tried a couple, and both from Blackburn, and I had the central rack initially, and then later switched to the interlock rack, which is what you see here. The difference between the two is that the central is just a tube frame. It's basically like this rack, except there's no top deck, and it's open. So it's great. It's very minimal. It looks really clean. But the downside is that anything that you put on there, you've got to find a way to fasten it on there, which may not be a problem. There's some pretty cool stuff from Ortlieb along those lines, but if it's something else, then you got to strap it on, and then anything that's on the tire, any dirt or water gets flung up onto the bottom of the bag, so the bag gets filthy. And then every time you want to take the bag off, you have to undo all your Velcro straps or unbuckle it or whatever. So this Blackburn Interlock rack is really cool because you've got this little key that goes into the back of the rack, and then you can unlock it, and this whole thing just flips right up. And then this deck is designed to slide into the back of the Blackburn bags. And I think a lot of bags would probably fit. Anything that's got straps underneath will fit on there. So basically, you got your bag. Takes a little bit of fiddling to get it over the latch, but basically, slide this on here. I have to get my saddlebag out of the way. There's no room otherwise. But slide that up the latch, and then the deck basically just locks down, right? Take the key out, and now the bag is on there. It's not going to come off, so you can ride around, and then when you get where you're going, you just unlock it, pull it back off. So talking about these bags, I forget the name of this bag offhand. I'll try and post a description here later, but I think it's the central trunk bag. This is kind of a cool little bag from Blackburn. You've got the main compartment here, which is pretty big. It comes with dividers. I don't have them in there, but there's dividers that come with it that Velcro into the interior lining. And it also has these kind of makeshift pannier bags that you can unzip, and then those guys open up too, so if you wanted to put something in here, you could, right? Clothes or groceries or whatever you want, you can drop in there. And then that rests against the side of the rack. Can't get into the tire because it's kind of blocked. I'm going to tip the camera down a little bit. You can see it's blocked from getting into the wheel by the rack itself. So it's kind of a cool arrangement because you can fold this thing up nice and small, or if you want to carry more stuff, you can load these guys up. So there's that. Then, I'm not sure if I'm going to pull it all the way out, but there's actually, in the back of this bag, there's a rain cover. And that's, you unzip the back here, and then this red cover comes out of the back. Sorry if you can't see this too well, but my camera can't get so far away. But this rain cover comes out, and you can slip it over the whole bag. And then it's covered up against rain, etc. So really handy if if you get caught out in the rain. I'm not sure if it would stand up to a downpour, but I have had it out in wet conditions, and it does keep, the water off the top of the bag, and it basically keeps things dry. And then of course, put that away. Just kind of want to pull it off there, and then just pull it back up, and then this thing stuffs into the pocket. Getting it back in is a bit of a trick. I'm just doing a rough job here. But you basically just stuff it back in there, and then there's a zipper that closes it off. So pretty cool. Anyway, so that's that, right? That's the bag and rack combo that I've settled on, and it's not the only one out there, obviously, but it does work. And then I can see when I get where I'm going. Basically, just slide the whole thing right off. It's got a carry handle, so you can carry it around pretty easily. Granted, it's tipped, but if you got stuff in there, you can carry it around. So now the other thing I'm going to mention is that you don't always want to have that big old bag on the back of the bike. So what do you do then? Well, I've actually found this kind of cool thing on Amazon. It's like $10. It's from it's called the Elastonet from Delta. And what this comes down to basically is just it's this silicone rubber, or I'm not sure, it feels like silicone. Could be some other kind of material, I don't know. But anyway, it's got these 4 hooks, and basically, you can find some place to strap this onto just about any rack out there, right? And then if you've got a rain jacket or whatever, something that you want to carry, take off, some gear, some rain gear that you've been wearing, and then you, whether it gets warmer, whether you want to take it off, or you want to have something with you just in case, you can kind of bungee it onto your rack without taking up a whole ton of space. So anyway, it's kind of a cool thing. Like I say, it's pretty low cost, like a $9 thing. Some of the reviews say that it's prone to breakage, and I can see where that could happen. So we'll see. I mean, I'm just going to use it, see how it holds up, and if it breaks, it was $9, so it's not exactly like a big investment. But anyway, thanks. I just wanted to show you that stuff. Oh, I guess I could talk about how this rack attaches here. There's these rods that come forward and hit the braze-ons. If you don't have braze-ons, they have little clamps that go around the frame. And then at the wheel, it actually has these vertical pieces that adjust for height, and they attach again to braze-ons, or you can go straight to the quick release. Now, if you have a through axle and no braze-ons, I don't know if it's going to work. But for a standard quick release bike, you can actually run the quick release through the bottom of this little bracket, and then you don't need braze-ons. Although, to be honest, I'm not sure I would ever, carry a rack on a bike that doesn't have braze-ons, nor am I sure that I would recommend that, just because, at some point you're trying to make the bike do something that wasn't meant to do. So, anyway, that's that. Thank you very much for watching.